Hello and welcome to Kicktalk Reboot. I'm Callum Carell. In today's programme we have a match report from the Scottish Cup third round. Johnstone Burgh taking on a side two divisions above them, Largs Thistle. And Ardeer took on Irvine Vics in an all-Ayrshire encounter in the Stagecoach First Division. But now it's on to today's results. Scottish Cup third round. Dice 0, Port Glasgow 2. Dundonald Bluebell 0, Yoka 0. Johnstone Burgh 4, Largs Thistle 2. Thornywood 1, Broughty Athletic 3. Stagecoach Premier Division. Irvine Meadow 1, Athley 0. Clydebank 1, Hullford 2. Cumnock 0, Glenafton 2. Petershill 2, Beath 0. Shotts Bonnicod 3, Troon 2. Stagecoach Super League First Division. Greenock 3, Neilston 6. Irvine Vics 1, Ardeer 2. Pollock 3, Kilsyth 2. Rutherglen 3, Maple 1. Cumbernauld 1, Robroy 0. Stagecoach Ayrshire District League, Anbank 2, Craigmark 2, Winton Rovers 3, Luga Boswell 1, Darvel 3, Dalry 2, Govan 1, Saltcoats Vics 1, Muirkirk 0, Kilwinning 6, Whitlets 4, Kello 1. Stagecoach Central District First, St Anthony's 5, Ashfield 0, Maryhill 2, Benburb 0, Lanark 2, Carluke 5, Blantyre 2, Bellshill 2, Vale of Clyde 1, Larkhall 2. Stagecoach Central District 2nd, Glasgow Perthshire 2, Vale of Leven 2. Newmains 0, Forth Wanderers 1. East Kilbride 4, Royal Albert 4. Cambuslang Rangers 2, St Rochs 1. And now it's on to my match report from Keenie Park, where in the Scottish Cup third round tie it was Johnstone Burgh 4, Largs Thistle 2. Never mind the chaos of Friday. This was a black Saturday for Largs Thistle as they tumbled out of the cup to Johnstone Burgh. But full credit to the Keenie Park side, they could have won by even more as Sandy McLean's team capitulated, finishing the match with 8 men. However, the match opened promisingly, enough for Largs taking the lead in 15 minutes. A pass back to the keeper was illegally picked up by Fraser Wilson. The keeper himself, who stood in the wall, was powerless to stop Craig Little's low strike into the far left after a sideways pass from captain Graham Muir. However, just a moment later, Burgh were right back in this match. Jason Hardy was quickest to react to a through ball. He beat a challenge from Barry McLaughlin to thump the ball low and hard into the bottom corner of the net on the angle. And in 19 minutes, Burgh were 2-1 up. It was Hardy again. He bust clear, rounded Largs keeper Grant Wean slotted into an empty net. Thistle's Alan Frizzell, he ran non-stop, and his searing run down the right after overcoming challenges deserved much better. His cross into the box had no takers. Burgh immediately went on the break and they moved 3-1 up. It was Heron who punished Thistle. He hit a power driver from the edge of the box. And it was Dinny who showed composure to hit a venomous effort into the bottom right-hand corner from 16 yards, 4-1 Burgh at half-time. Largs rejigged with forwards Ewan Lindsay and Kevin Struthers entering the field of play. Defender Nicky Jimison, he headed home following a corner, 4-2 on 67 minutes. There were goal-mouth scrambles, James Marks culling an effort wide and Struthers heading just beyond the right post. But Largs couldn't engineer a way back into this game. Johnson regained the momentum. They could have extended their advantage. Ex-Thistle winger Johnny McStay, his head in his hands as his point-blank effort saved by keeper Weir after a good cross in the box, and Heron spawned a hat-trick opportunity, dragging the effort wide of the right post with the goal gaping. And there were further chances for the home team. And just when you think it couldn't get any worse for Largs, they suffered 3 red cards in succession. Scott Keogh was first to walk after a second yellow as a ball was hit off the face of a Burgh player. Barry McLaughlin, he gained his second red card in a row after a double caution. He was sent off in his last encounter at Greenock. And then Glenn Thompson, he was giving his marching orders after an off-the-ball incident. So dire straits for Largs. It really was. They have got some serious questions to answer after that defeat. As for Burgh, well, they deserve full credit. They were clinical in front of goal, and like I say, they could have won by a lot more in the end. Final score at Keenie Park, Johnstone Burgh 4, Largs Thistle 2. And now it's on to A Drogheda and Saltcoats Herald sports reporter and Irvine Times, Stuart McConnell, who was at the Ardeer Thistle versus Irvine Vics match.
Welcome to Victoria Park, where the final score in this Stagecoach Super League First Division match was Irvine Victoria 1, Ardeer Thistle 2. Vics went into this game in the back of a 3-match winning run after they'd sort of turned some draws into victories, while Ardeer had lost 4 in the bounce, were desperate to get back on winning ways and pushing up the table. It started off with, it was quite a fiery battle, more like a District League game than a Super First. Early on, David Wilson of Vics made a great tackle on Ross Stewart as Ardeer pushed forward in 10 minutes, but 1 minute later there's the visiting side who went ahead, and it was a great shot from 12 yards by Franny Kilpatrick after a through ball from Scott Reid, so that put the Stevenson team in front. And then after that, it was quite a bit of Ardeer pressures, and they had certainly the best of the first half. And Joe Young shot narrowly wide in 32 minutes as the visitors kept Vics in the back foot. Certainly in the second half, Vics came out the more determined side, and always looks as if they're going to get back into it. It's a good play, especially by Bobby Colligan, and then they got the goal there. The pressure deserved, though it was somewhat controversial. That was in 80 minutes when it was a good finish by the substitute Darren Beard. He shot home from 10 yards. At first the goal had been bizarrely chalked off. I don't know why the ref thought it wasn't a goal, but consulted with the linesman, and then thereafter it was confirmed it had gone in, so that set up quite a tense finish. Thistle again sort of came on a bit quite strong in the last 10 minutes and pinned Vics back a bit, and they got the goal just when it looked like the referee going to blow the whistle. From Vic's point of view, they conceded quite a poor goal, and that was a great finish with a good finish with the substitute Lee Monroe, but some slack defending from the home team, which gave Thistle all 3 points and sent them home and sort of back up out of the bottom 4 and sent Vics into it. So it's quite a quite a battle it was after all. There were some scuffles near the end of the match, but appeared to pass off fairly peacefully. So from Victoria Park, where the final score in this Stagecoach Super League First Division match was Irvine Vics 1, Ardeer Thistle 2, it's Stuart McConnell for Kicktalk.
And after the match, Stuart spoke to Irvine Vics co-manager Ian McMillan.
Because you got yourselves back into the game, maybe even could have sneaked one. A good goal by Beardy.
Yeah. It looked as though there's only going to be one.
I thought you were better in the second half.
We were better in the second half. We're well on top. We get the equaliser. We look as though we're going to go on and win it. And then it's a bad goal to lose right at the poor defending.
And Lee Monroe, you see. Were you with him at Ardeer, or was he there when you were there?
Yeah.
So it was a good through ball from him, but nobody picked him up. So
it's not through ball. They won the header. It should be dealt with. It's not. It's as simple as that. That's all it is. Defending.
And then just where you looked like as if you could have moved up at least a place, but then now you're back down again.
We say it to you every week. We're obsessed with league tables. We're not worried about them. We're interested in is winning a game. The league tables don't matter in November. Never mattered in November, no matter what league it is.
They're in a 4-game losing run, so
no interested in them either.
I know.
Talk about us.
And next week you've an away game.
No, next week we're at home to Cumbernauld. It's a really, really tough game. They've obviously won the Sectional League Cup this season, and the results have picked up. So we need to pick ourselves up Monday at training and get ready to go again.
And you played them last. Did you play them last year?
No.
So I think they're a testing game for you, but you're in a great run too, so you'll be looking to try and come back again at home as well.
Yeah, we've just got to pick ourselves up and go again.
Analyse
things we can improve on and keep doing the things that we've done well.
Yeah, do you think it's important to try and get 3 points next week? And
What's that?
Important to get 3 points next week, just after this week especially.
We try and win every game. Stuart, every game's important.
Had you been hopeful? I mean, had you second half? I mean, you had quite a lot of the play. You must have been thinking that
second half it looked like there was only
it's
one
a
winner.
strange one that the goal that obviously the ref had chalked it off, and then the linesman.
Yeah.
I saw him speaking to him.
Goal.
He clearly said, "No, it's a goal." So.
Aye, everybody in the park said it's a clear goal. So
I don't know why he thought it, unless he thought it hit the side net or something.
There's no dispute about the goal. It's a good goal.
What are the kind of positives you can take from it, would you say?
The way we've played second half, we've completely dominated. We need to improve defensively. And that's not a go at the goalkeeper or the defence, that's as a team.
As a team,
We need to improve defensively.
And thanks to Stuart McConnell for his match report and interview with Ian McMillan. And now it's on to our goal scorers roundup. And there was no resting on their laurels for Irvine Meadow after their cup defeat last week to Auchinleck Talbot. They made it 9 wins out of 9 in the Premiership. Gary McCann got the only goal of the game. It was a gutsy win for 10-man Meadow, who had Robert Halliday red-carded in the 65th minute. Hulford edged to a 2-1 victory over Basement Boys Clydebank. Goals from Robertson and Keane, sandwiched in with Gold scoring for Bankies, resulted in an important 3 points for the Blair Park side. And Gold was particularly unlucky to see his last-minute effort hit the woodwork for the Bankies. Troon fell 3-2 to Shotts. Harvey and Armstrong scored for the Portland Park side, but it wasn't enough as Bon Accord managed to win by the solitary goal. And Glenafton moved up to 5th spot in the Premier Division, a 2-0 derby win at Cumnock, who are languishing in second bottom spot. Petershill ran out 2-0 winners over Beath, pushing them up to 4th in the league. Second place Beath were undone in a 4-minute period spell, goals from Buck in the 48th and Lamont in the 52nd being enough for the Peasy. Irvine Meadow lead the way then in this weekend in the Premier Division with 27 points, 8 points clear of second place Beath. And in the First Division, John Sweeney grabbed an 85th minute winner for Pollock in a 3-2 victory over Kilsyth. This maintains the Glasgow side's championship charge. They are now 10 points clear of second place Shettleston, and we haven't even opened the first door of the Advent calendar yet. And Robbie Cameron netted a double for Nielsen. They ran out 6-3 winners at Greenock Juniors. Donaghy, Patterson and McNeil won the score sheet for Rutherglen, who also missed from the penalty spot as they chalked up a 3-1 scoreline against Maybole. That's it for Kicktalk Reboot this week. Thanks very much for joining us, and goodbye.